Hi, it's Deanna from Futures Past, and I was digging through my closet, going through some of my antiques, and I found this old leather-bound Victorian album. And I haven't looked at it in at least 3 or 4 years. I decided to look it over again tonight just to see the pictures that are in it. I really like old photographs and history. So the cool and amazing thing is when I opened this book, I noticed something that I never noticed before. Now, it is really worn and old, and generally these photo albums of this style are from the 1860s, but then again, sometimes they still made the same design earlier to that and later to that date. So now what I found was in the spine, something glued in here that really piqued my interest, and I'll show you. So basically what I saw here is, let me try to get a good view of this for you to see. And it says Pittsfield Young Ladies Institute. And below that is a date of 1854. And it has some names, and I believe these names were faculty of this school or maybe students. So let me zoom in better to show you. It has some names, and I guess residences of where these people once lived. But when I did research on Pittsfield Young Ladies Institute, I believe it started up in 1841. It was almost like a preparatory school for higher education for ladies only, young ladies that is. And I think it prepared them for some kind of college, and it was like a boarding school. So it was in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. And let's begin. So I'll show you some of the photos. Now, some of them are of babies. So I don't know what it has to do with Pittsfield Institute, Ladies Institute. But then again, anything is possible. So now the first photo is of what appears to be like Betsy Ross or one of those famous characters in history. And it's a CDV card, and it's a lithograph pasted onto it. Now, the next one is a tintype, and it looks possibly 1870s. It could be 1860s. Let me try to zoom in better on this. And it's of a gentleman. Now, the next photo is another tintype, and it's of a young lady. And it's a nice clear tintype. It has really, really good detail. The next photograph is a barely there faded photograph of a young lady, and she appears to have short hair. As you can see, it looks like cut short. And believe it or not, what I read was there was a lice problem during these times, and sometimes people had to cut their hair short to get rid of the problem. Now, the picture to the right of it appears that it may be the same lady. And it's a very, very old photo. Now, some of these photographs, I've taken some of them out of the slots, and they had Civil War tax stamps on them. And these stamps were made as a revenue charge for people getting photographs to pay for the war. So let me zoom in here to show you these people in detail. And I like this photo. It's interesting. And it looks like it could be that same lady with that short hairdo. Now the next one is another tintype, and it's a nice clear tintype of a young gentleman. And this is a really, really old sepia photo. This looks prior to the Civil War. It has very, very deep tones in the background, and it's quite interesting. Maybe he was headmaster of the school or principal. There's another old Civil War time frame photo. Then to the right, we have another very, very, very faded CDV photo card. You can hardly see the lady. Again, he has an equally faded photo right here of a young lady. And another tintype. It's really nice because it's clear and it has no scratches on it. And her cheeks appear to be tinted. And this looks like it's 1860s. Again, here's another very, very old photograph of a gentleman with a beard. It's probably, again, 1860s. And if the paper that was glued into the spine is in relation to this, you know, some of these pictures could be from the 1850s or previous to the Civil War. Here's another really nice tintype of a baby with tinted cheeks. Another clear image. We're missing a photo there. Then we have what appears to be the same gentleman again. And it's a very old sepia type of CDV photo. Here's an album filler card. And sometimes people put little poems in the book. And it has a nice hand-colored picture and a little poem about youth. We're missing a photo on the right side. Here's another pretty tintype of a baby. Next, we have definitely a Civil War time frame photo of a young girl. Here's a religious-looking card album filler card. And then again, we have another like Civil War-looking time frame photograph of a lady with a bell-shaped dress of that era. Now we have what appears to be another tintype with tinted cheeks of a small child. And here we have a baby. This looks like it's an 1870s tintype of a young man with tinted cheeks. And it's a nice image. Now here's a very, very faded CDV photo of a lady. And she looks like she's Civil War time frame. Here's a young child, probably late 1860s, early 1870s. Then we have another tintype of a pretty lady. And she looks 1870s to me. I could be wrong, but that's generally the fashion and hairstyle of that time frame. Is another nice tintype. And this looks like it's 1870s to me. Here's another tintype of a man, probably mid to late 1860s, possibly early 1870. We're missing one there. Now we have another faded picture of a baby. This is another album filler photo, which was typical of the Victorian era. And then we have another very old photo. I think it's again the same gentleman we saw in two other photos. This looks like a late 1860s photo. possibly 1870. Now we have another late 1860s style photo. And another album filler with a picture that was hand tinted and a poem. Now here's two very old photos here. This lady probably is late 1860s, early 1870. Here's another gentleman. He's probably like 1860 something, mid 1860s possibly. And last but not least, we have a tintype, and it looks again 1860s with tinted cheeks. And that's it. So very interesting. I wonder what that little thing that was pasted to the inside of the spine was all about. That's piquing my interest. I wonder all about that, like what's up with that. And I'm glad you watched this video. Sorry it was a little long, but if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll be posting more pictures of old photo albums for you to see soon. Thanks for watching.